It's Week 18 of the National Football League.
And we've got the Vikings' athletic linebacker, who reached another plateau this week with his 80th tackle of the season.
It's the Vikings and the Lions next.
Welcome in, everyone,
EA
to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups, and we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So often, Mike, we see some of the biggest explosive plays in the passing game come from the quarterback extending the play outside of the pocket. Really nice job here by the coverage. They remain sticky on their receivers, nowhere to go with the ball, and all he's able to do is throw this one away.
And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
This off.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
First and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. A gain of 11 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Believe it or not, Mike, there are quarterbacks in the league that would rather take a sack than throw a ball away. Remember, that affects their completion percentage. So kudos to him for not being selfish, and I promise you that offensive line, they're taking note.
Back to the air once more on second down. He's going to tuck it and go.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. So with that score, he's into double digits. 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. You don't see that too often from a quarterback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man, Jefferson. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first down with Jones. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That is catch number 60 for the season.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's caught left side by Hawkinson.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game.
And he will get into the end zone. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. And that's going to do it. Receiving touchdown, number 24 on the year. He breaks Randy Moss's all-time mark of 23 back in 2007. There's a new record holder with 24. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Eating the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They only needed 1, but it's a gain of 6, and it'll move the chains.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. A pickup there of 13. First down, Minnesota.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. He runs with it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To the sideline and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
All right, Mike, follow this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this.
They'll put Addison in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Throwing now from the gun. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding that that time in the pocket was quickly coming to an end. Those defensive guys were all over him, but by buying time, flushing to his right, nice job by his receiver uncovering, leads to a nice pickup.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Jones now on 1st and 10. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Complete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
When you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll go left side here and complete this one. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Back to the air one more time. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
There's Jefferson, and he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. He'll run again. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
Now a handoff, Jones, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw, and he's going to be taken down. Sack back on the 17-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. Back to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On the ground, it's Akers. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm...
They'll drop to throw. That one caught by Hawkinson. Here's second down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll look to throw again. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll come up now for second down. They'll look to throw yet again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
A gain of 45 yards. First down, Vikings.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. He'll look to throw. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
It is third and 10. Trying to make a play out of the pocket, couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Lions offense. So it's a win here for the Lions. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.